Now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be third down. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on third down? Looking for a man. It's Manning. Touchdown, Texas! Fit it in the window for the score.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the gun, running back gets to give. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hard running there. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a second down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. The sure hands, it's Branch. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. With the catch, it's Branch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Wants to go up top. And as he throws, he makes the catch. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And the quarterback's showing a lot of toughness on that play, being able to focus downfield with all that pressure coming right ahead.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A first down for the offense. They want to throw it. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Looking for room, it's Frazier. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Stockton. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. It's complete. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us on this.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Caught over the middle, it's Thomas. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And he's going to take it all away. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw it touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught. It's Branch. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. Making side adjustments here. Buys a little time. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. Have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous. Breaks into the open. Defense trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown, Georgia. The defense putting points on the board.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. It's caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion.
They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on foot.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun to give, looking for room. Creates a little space. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The lone back's got it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Right on the money. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to...
Turning it on! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown time! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing... College football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Creates a little room. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
Well, this offense can get after you a variety of ways in the running game. And one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes! Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are...
Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Look to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup. But the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quickly out to the tight end. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Gets it past the marker for a 1st down, and that's the way we will wrap up the 1st quarter. been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Powers full. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Good, tough, physical running, driving through the defense on his way for a touchdown. I just love the pad level this guy plays with his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He's just able to absorb contact and stay on his feet. Can't do it any better than that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. After getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Looks as if he's going to run it. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Power football with the run. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to pass, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. The give is to Miller. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Running into the open space. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Branch. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw time running short in the half. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. He might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Buying some time as he moves left. He tries to take the top off. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The offense changing the play. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Georgia going up tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. Finds some room. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Bulldogs. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a day, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last...
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Fires to the middle. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Made a defender miss. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
They get to him as he throws. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you get them.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? To throw, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Branch. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Blasted as he lets it go.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
So now it's second and long. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Keeps looking downfield. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
42 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Right on target this time. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Stockton. Finds his man. It's Branch. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the 1st down. A few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He'll throw it. That's caught. It's Branch. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The Dogs with the 1st and 10. It's a reverse. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity